Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. As you can tell from the title of this video, I'm going to be documenting my journey to becoming an Ironwoman. Something that I've always wanted to do since the age of 18 when I got my first job at PwC, and a member of my team was training for an Ironman with her partner, and I was fascinated by it. The fact that she was like cycling to work, running on a lunch break, swimming after work, and the work she put in, I had never experienced anything like that. And I always told myself, after speaking to her and just being so fascinated by it, that I would do it one day. And at that point, it wasn't such a popular thing. Social media wasn't what it is now. And I feel like when you start engaging like triathlon content in particular, your whole feed can be full of people doing half Ironmans, full Ironmans. So you can kind of feel like it's more normal than it actually is. Like the percentage of people that actually do a full or half Ironman is so low. And then females within that is even lower. And I just want to prove to myself what I am capable of. There's just a few things I do want to tick off before the next chapter of my life, and this is one of them. Whenever I've tried to do YouTube in the past, and it probably sounds so silly, but I have put so much pressure on myself because I'm not a very aesthetic person. Like, I rarely look presentable, have my hair down, in nice outfits. It's just not how I live like day to day. I'm always in like oversized stuff, my hair scrapes back, and I like that. But then when I've watched clips of me back when I'm doing YouTube before, I'm like, oh, I just literally look like I've made no effort. And I know that shouldn't matter, but I think I've always made it a bit of deal in my head. So this is just gonna be a completely different approach to YouTube now, and it is literally just gonna be what I do day in, day out. And I'm not gonna lie, some of my days are very, very boring, and I'm not gonna pretend they're not. Like, I get up at 5:30 most mornings to do my swim, run or bike. I have recently got an indoor bike trainer, so I have actually been doing my bike sessions a little bit later because I can do them at home, which is really nice, and I'll show you all that and my setup later on in this video. But I always get up and do my 2 swims early in the morning during the week and my speed run, and then if I have an easy run, I often do that because I'm also balancing it with training for my first CrossFit competition. So a little bit about that. I have been doing CrossFit training since April. I absolutely love the balance of steel work and strength and conditioning. It's just so great for my ADHD brain. I think that's why I love triathlon as well. So I applied to take part in the Arnold CrossFit competition. 3 different divisions: Stout, Middle Ground and Elite RX. So Stout for people that are quite new to CrossFit. So I went into that, and there was 150 people, and you had to do a qualifiers. So there was like 3 different workouts you'd done each week. You had to film yourself, and the top 28 got through. I finished 12th, which I was really, really happy about. I don't feel like I performed my best. It was around the time of my High Rocks Pro double, so I was trying to be really careful with obviously the lead up to that, and then I was 80 when it was the final one, but I got through, and I'm really happy about that. And it's only a 1-day competition as well. Usually they're 3 days for CrossFit, and it's at the end of March. So the goal for now until the end of March is really just balancing my CrossFit training with my triathlon training the best I can, whilst obviously not overtraining and also managing recovery. But because of that, it means that I'm doing 4 gym sessions a week. Now, they're not all high intensity. Some are just very still focused, some are just strength focused, and then I usually have 2 that are harder in terms of conditioning. Once the end of March has come about and I've done that competition, I will be dropping down definitely to manage the training load, because the cycles are going to get longer, the runs are going to get longer, and it's just going to be really difficult to be doing 4 gym sessions a week and also 6+ sessions for my Ironman. This first video is going to be a full week of training. I'm actually starting on a Saturday, which feels a bit weird because I feel like I should have started on a Monday, but I just decided to get filming again. I have a long run today. It's going to be around 14k, and I'm doing that with Alex, and that is it for today. Saturday and Sundays are just my longer sessions, so I'm getting into a routine of that because as I push on through this training block, Saturdays and Sundays are going to be long runs and long cycles and brick sessions eventually. So I'm getting into that routine now. It gives me 2 days off the gym as well, which is nice, and I'm always rested going into the new week because it is mainly Zone 2 stuff at the weekends. So yeah, I'm really excited to take you along. I really hope you're excited to be here for this journey. My journey has just involved so many different parts, and I just love that so much. I really want this channel, my Instagram page, to be a place that shows you that you can set yourself any new challenge, and if you put in the work, you can achieve it. I decided to commit to a bodybuilding prep, and I'd only ever done 1 photo shoot prep before that, and I gave it my everything. And then I really wanted to do High Rocks. I did my first High Rocks solo, got an hour 16, I got my time down to an hour 12. I got on the podium with Izzy for our first High Rocks doubles, where we got an hour and 3 minutes in London. And then recently just doing our pro doubles, where we got an hour and 7 minutes. So we was really, really happy with that. And throughout this past year, I've been developing with my CrossFit. I just love it. And now I'm doing this triathlon. I was a 200-metre sprinter at school. I was a forward in hockey, so short bursts, and I used to compete in swimming when I was younger, so around the ages of 7 to 10, and I did breaststroke. Hated front crawl, and it was always 2, 4, absolute push, 8 levels of breaststroke. That was my competition. Every now and then I do a medley if we had to get my events up a little bit, but that's what I loved. So developing my endurance is not something that comes easy to me, but I feel like I'm getting there. I'm sorry that I've waffled on for so long. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you do. And I'm just so excited for you to be here and take you along on this journey with me. Average heart rate around 150 at the moment. About 3 minutes left of running. So it's now Sunday. I'm trying not to speak too much each day, so I'm conscious that this will end up being a really, really long video. And I'm obviously filming a full week of training, but yesterday's run was really, really good. It's the best I felt doing that distance in so long. I have had about 4 weeks now of doing around 14k, so 80 minutes of easy running. And yesterday just felt really good. Like, me and Alex run really well together. Our average heart rate was exactly the same. So my zone 2 is, I think it's 125 to 155. I got my VO2 test done earlier last year, so I was still within my zone 2 just. But I just felt really good, and it was actually a really enjoyable run as well. Alex's headphones died like 20 minutes in, so I took mine out as well, and we just practiced without music, which is quite good practice for the half and full Ironman because you're not allowed to listen to music. I now have a roughly 2-hour cycle ride on the indoor trainer. Ideally it would have been outside, but it's really icy here in the UK today. I'm just not risking cycling on ice. I just got cleats as well, which I'm so excited to use. I have not had cleats yet, and every time I put a video of me cycling on my story, I get so many replies like, please let cleats, and I just haven't yet. I just bit the bullet and I just got them, and I'm really excited to use them. I think it will just really, really help. And I've got Alex's bib shorts on, which you can't see because they're like under these shorts, because mine are currently in the post coming, but it's a zone 2 easy ride. I say roughly 2 hours, 50k. I'm doing a Ruby, so my coach said an hour and 50 to 2 hour easy cycle. I chose a route on Ruby. It could be an hour 50, it could be just over 2 hours, and I'm just gonna watch from YouTube, get that done, and then that marks the end of the weekend of training. Then I'll take you through the full week, Monday to Friday, so you just see what a full week looks like.
It was part of me, so I had to find an escape. Now I feel like it's waiting there for me. I see the light peeking through and the clouds disappear. Now it's burning in color.
Just a very quick debrief after that cycle, because I'm so happy that was my longest ever cycle. My first time using cleats. It was indoors, so I definitely need to practice plenty of times up and down my road before I'm confident enough to actually cycle on busier roads with my cleats, because right now I just definitely would topple over. But it went so well. I was planning on doing around 50k, and the route that I chose ended up being 52k, and then I was just feeling really good, so I was, you know what, I'm just going to push it and try and go to 60, because last week I did 56k with Alex and I did 60. I'm so happy. I know this might seem like a really small win, but it's such a big thing for me because I am such a newbie cyclist, yet it's very quickly becoming one of my, if not my favourite discipline out of the 3. I've always enjoyed swimming. I used to be a competitive swimmer, but I hadn't swum more than 3 times in 10 plus years, so getting some structure back in the pool has definitely really helped ignite that love for it again. I don't and never have liked front crawl, but that's starting to change now. Running, I don't like running, but I enjoy how it makes me feel after. I don't love it when I'm doing it, but I do enjoy the feeling of accomplishment once I've done a good run or hit my speeds on like a threshold run. But cycling, I'm just loving. I think it's just like the comfort of being able to do like my speed sessions on the trainer indoors. I just love that, and getting out with Alex and doing long cycles and exploring new places. I just love it so much. Now I'm getting all the gear. I'm slowly starting to get better clothing, so I've got like a wind breaker jacket now, a gilet, a long sleeve top. I was so cold on my last cycle, and now I've got my cleats, I've got a good helmet. It just feels like I'm slowly starting to stock up all the things that just make it a more comfortable experience. But yeah, I'm so happy. Tomorrow morning I am up at 5:30 to go and do my swim, just having a look at what swim session I've got tomorrow. I've just got a swim tomorrow, and then my CrossFit session in the evening. I've got 2,400 metre swim, 16 lengths, 8 lengths pull, so using the pull buoy, 4 times 2 lengths, 4 times 4 lengths, 4 times 10 lengths, and then 8 lengths, and then CrossFit in the afternoon. So I will share some training tomorrow and talk to you about what I've got on Tuesday.
When did we make it so cold? The air is too thick to breathe. I wonder when you're coming home at 4:05. Just where have you been? I can tell from your breath that you've been drinking.
I haven't actually voted. It's Monday, and I have showed you my training from this morning. I actually did 2,400 metres, but I realised 11 lengths in, which is so annoying that I started it as a strength workout. I've never done that before, but the week that I film for YouTube, I do that, which is so annoying. And then I had my full body strength focus session today, some Olympic lifting, squat work, and a little bit of conditioning. At the end, a little update as well. I am now doing a full Ironman in October, which feels really strange to say out loud because I've just booked it on my own, so I don't actually have anyone to talk to. So I'm telling you first. And the reason for that is I really wanted to do one March, April time next year. And looking at the dates for the previous years, 2026, 2025, there's not really any European ones until end of May. And the first one's Lanzarote and the rest are in June. And that's just a little bit too late for me. Like, I don't want to be on this journey for a year and a half. That's quite a long time to be training for it. I do want to have like other goals as well. So I saw that there was Ironman Portugal mid-October. Now, it is a hard course. It's really hilly on both the bike and the run. But I feel like with an Ironman, when you're doing it for yourself, the time doesn't matter. Like, you're doing it to prove to yourself what you can do. So I'm doing it. So this is the road to Ironman Full, the year I become an Iron Woman. And I'm so excited to take you all along with me.
What you thinking, nothing comes easy.
I'm just about to shower and get ready for bed, but I thought I would talk you through today's training. I didn't actually feel much because the gym is really busy at the moment while I do my speed runs at the moment. Normally I do prefer to do them outside, but if you live in the UK, you'll relate. Right now the weather is terrible. It's either freezing cold or it's pouring down with rain. And when I'm doing a speed session, I do want to put myself in the best conditions to hit my paces. And if it's pouring down with rain, I'm going to struggle. I hate running in the rain. Like, if I have to do it, I will, especially for like my longer runs. But where I have the option of doing it on a treadmill, I would prefer to do that. It's been so icy and cold here in the UK the last few weeks as well. So I've been doing it on a treadmill, but it's just so busy with a lot of new people starting obviously in Jan. Like, there's a massive difference. And I just feel a bit awkward like when I get my camera out when there's loads of people around me. So I didn't film it, but honestly, it wasn't very good. I was due on my period, so for the TMI, but any kind of moment. And the session wasn't even a typical hard session. It's actually one of my easier threshold sessions that I've had the last few weeks. I was just really struggling to get my heart rate back down in the recovery runs. Normally I don't struggle with that. And I was just getting annoyed because I was just finding it so hard. And I got halfway through and I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this session done. So I just had to have some extra rest after the recovery run. So I was resting for like 30 seconds after the third lot of 4 minutes, so for the final 3. And I was getting annoyed because I was like, oh, but then I was like, at least I'm getting it done. And then my gym session was just like upper body strength work, overhead press, push press. I did a little bit of steel work in there, and then I did some rowing work. I'm on a row improvement program at the moment, so it was just really drilling the basics. So I'm just about to go and do my bike session. I had my swim earlier today. That actually went so well. Monday's swim felt really hard, but today was a really hard session, but it actually felt good. I had my equal longest swim in one session. It wasn't continuous, but 2,600 metres, and that means that this week's swimming week is my longest ever distance swam in 1 week. So I'm really happy with that. You've got to take these wins in triathlon training because the goal's so far away. Like, I've got 9 months until my full. My half isn't until the 7th of June. So you need to celebrate these wins. It makes the harder sessions, the early mornings, the cold starts, just feel really worth it. So Monday's session was 2,400 metres and today's session was 2,600. I'll add the stats here as well. So I'll quickly talk you through what today's session was, just in case you're interested. It was basically alternating between 8 and 2 lengths. So 8 lengths easy swim, 8 lengths pool only, so using a pool buoy, 4 times 2 lengths, kick in for 1 length, and then just normal swim for the other. 4 times 2 lengths, where I was just focusing on different breathing techniques. 8 lengths easy, and then 10 lots of 2 lengths, which I know sounds easy, but it was near to max effort, which just didn't feel easy. And then it was 8 lengths pool and paddles, and then 10 times 2 lengths again, max effort. 8 lengths pool and paddles, 8 lengths easy. So it's quite a long session, just like broken up into different parts. And today's cycle, like I said to you last night, this week is actually a really different format to normal. I usually have my swim on a Thursday as like an active rest day, but it's just a little bit different this week, so we're going with it. I have a bike threshold session now to do. For any of you that know a lot about bike sessions, you'll understand what I mean when I say I am delighted that I do not have over and unders this week. I've had 3 weeks of over and unders, and just very briefly, like what over and unders are. It's basically like working close to your like FTP. So I was actually above my FTP. My FTP, I can hold an average of 205 watts for 20 minutes. I was having to do 210 to 215 for 2 minutes, for a minute, and then my recovery was like 185, which obviously isn't recovery, but that's the whole point. And then that was like 4 times, so it was 8 minutes in total, and then I'd have to repeat that 3 times across the session, and it was just so hard, and it just got progressively harder across the 3 weeks. It started with like 30 seconds, and I'm just so happy to see that I don't have that today. I will add a little video of me on the bike, but I'm actually looking forward to this one.
Find new ways to hurt me.
Well, I completely misinterpreted how I would find that session, because I would actually say that's the hardest bike session I've had. And I don't know why, because on paper, it shouldn't have been. It was what I held for 20 minutes continuously, split into 5 lots of 5 minutes with 3 minutes recovery after each. And I felt like I recovered in those 3 minutes, but it was so hard. I hit the watts for all 5 of the interval, so I guess that's what matters most, but I haven't sweated this much in a long time. I'm a very sweaty person, but not this much. Oh my goodness. I'm so glad it's basically done. I've got 2 minutes and 30 seconds left of my cool down. But yeah, these are the sessions that I always remind myself really matter, because the Ironman I'm doing is a very hilly one as well, which isn't ideal. So 1800 metres of elevation for the bike, 250 metres of elevation for the marathon, which doesn't sound like a lot, but apparently makes it quite hilly. So I just think I'm going to be in this sort of pain cave many times across the course of 13 plus hours.
You wanted to know me, but did you even try?
So this morning I had my 11k run, so it was 20 minutes easy, then there was 20 minutes of progression, and then there was a 20-minute easy run at the end, and now I just have a full body still focus session. So like I said at the start of this video, it is a very different week to normal. Like, I don't usually train on a Thursday, I don't usually do anything else other than a swim on a Thursday, but I've just changed things around a little bit where I'm doing my strength training sessions this week Monday, Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday, just so that I have Friday as a full rest day, and then Saturday I have a 50-minute really easy run. Saturdays are usually my longer run days, but still with a deload from running this week, so we're nearly through the full week of training, which has been really fun to film. And like I said, it has been a little bit disjointed. Training isn't usually this split. On like a typical week, it's a swim on a Monday morning, and then a CrossFit session in the afternoon, a speed run on a Tuesday morning, and then CrossFit in the afternoon, and then a CrossFit session on Wednesday, and then my speed bike I usually do in the evening at home. Thursday is usually an active rest day with having a swim session, and then Friday I don't usually do anything in the morning. Sometimes I have a cycle, but most of the time I don't have anything, and I just have my CrossFit session. And then Saturday is long run, Sunday is long cycle. So this is a lot at the moment, and like I said at the start of the video, I will definitely be dropping down once my CrossFit competition is out of the way. If I didn't have a CrossFit competition at the end of March, I would be definitely doing 3 gym sessions, but we're just monitoring it at the moment. It's not for really hard sessions. Like today, it's literally some still work for muscle ups, toes to bar, and a really short circuit. Like, I'll be in and out of the gym in an hour, and my heart rate probably won't go above 100, but it's just kind of drilling in the core work and the still work that's obviously important in CrossFit. And then once Arnold's is done at the end of March, I'll be dropping down to 3 workouts for the month of April to May, and then probably like 2 leading up to the half for the month of May, and then I will stay at 2 with like an optional 3rd as I transition from the half to the full. Now I had some snippets from today's session. It's Saturday morning, 8 a.m, and I am just waiting for my friend because I am joining with her run club. I never usually do run clubs just because I do like doing my longer runs on a Saturday early and just getting it done. I have 16k next week, so this is just a little bit of a deload in terms of distance. I've done 3 runs, but they've all been around an hour this week, and there's a few of them doing 10k, which is perfect because that'll be around an hour. She did say it might be a slow pace to what I usually do, but this is meant to be a super easy run anyway, and zone 2 is zone 2. Around a 60-minute run today, and then go and do my gym session again. That's only going to be around an hour, maybe a little bit longer, and I'm going to the cinema. And that wraps up a full week of training. So today was a 60-minute easy run, and usually like my easy pace runs are between like 5:45 to 6:05. So today was a little bit slower than normal, but I was joining in with my friend's run club. I hadn't seen her for literally years, and it was just so nice. Went to gym, just did a really short circuit race session and a little bit of strength work. I added a few clips so you can see. And that is a typical week of training, and we can say 3 months into training for 70.3 or the first week of my full Ironman in 9 months' time. Like I said, I know I've said this a few times, this is a very different week to how the last 3 months have been. Like, I usually do my longer run on a Saturday, I would never weight train, do my long cycle on a Sunday. I've got a 2-hour outdoor cycle with Alex tomorrow. This week was a little bit of a deload of running in the sense of I had 3 runs and they were all around an hour. So actual like total time was pretty similar to normal, but I didn't have a longer run. Next week, I am back to my longer runs, got 90-minute zone 2 next Saturday, which will probably be around 16k. But I am so excited to document the road to becoming an Ironman with you all. And I really want to show you the unfiltered journey of it, not just the highlights, not just the good training weeks, not just the good days, but everything it takes to start as a beginner. Like, I have no triathlon experience and started training for this in October to completing a full Ironman 12 months later. So I'm super, super excited. And like I said, I'll be sharing lots of full days of food, lots of spend the days with me, plenty of full weeks of training or like a few days of training. I'll document my first bridge sessions, just taking you all along with me. And I will be uploading weekly. I will, unless I'm like on holiday or there's a reason why I can't. I will get a video up. Like I said, it might not always be the most exciting, but I'm just going to take you along on this journey with me so you can be a massive part of it. So do not forget to like and subscribe if you did enjoy this video, and let me know how you found it if you like this style of video. I know it's quite a long one, but hopefully you enjoyed just seeing a little bit more about what's involved. And then once my Arnold competition at the end of March is done, so my CrossFit competition, I will be obviously dropping down to 3 sessions a week, so I can show you what I'll be focusing on in those 3 sessions. And then once my 70.3 is done, dropping down to 2 with like an optional 3rd gym session. But to be honest, it'll probably be mainly 2 leading up to doing a full Ironman of those at least 3 months. So yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. And I'm just so excited for this journey with you.